We have zero to listen.
Hello, this is the Uno podcast, again without Uno in it.
Baba boy.
Oh my gosh.
Baba boy.
Alright.
Baba
Boy.
If you guys don't know what they're saying Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Boy.
Baba Booey.
Alright. Can you guys introduce...
Podcast, Mason. Get used to it.
Can you guys... Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Baba Booey.
Baba
Baba
boy.
Booey.
Baba boy.
No, alright, so... John, say Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
So that's John. Jonathan, say Baba Booey.
Baba boy.
Yours truly, Mason, Baba Booey. And lastly, Drew.
Fuck.
So, how we're going to start this podcast is, how was everyone's day?
Pretty nice. I miss
Baba
you, boss.
Mason, I think what we've been saying has been summing it up pretty well.
Baba Booey.
Yeah, no, seriously, Baba Booey.
I went to, what was that little Italian place in Aggieville? What's that place called?
Literally?
Yeah, Little Italy. I went there for dinner.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, my dad got his promotion, and now we're splurging. So
Mason, can you agree that it's delicious food?
it's pretty good food. Like, I've had...
That is fucking expensive.
No,
Make your own.
I mean, my dad got a $40 steak.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Why do you go to an Italian place and get a steak?
Because he felt like it.
Go to Dillard's or Dillon's and get yourself a steak from there. I'm sorry.
No. You go there. If you go to an Italian place and you don't get pasta or something, or like something Italian at the very least. If you don't get pasta, you're doing it wrong.
All right, listen. It actually was like, I tried the steak. It was pretty good, and we did have pasta. We did have all the Italian things. It was just he wanted a steak. Okay.
I was about to be like, your dad went to an Italian place and had zero Italian food.
No, my dad had Italian food. It's just his main course was a steak.
Steak from an Italian cow, Mason.
My dad, if any of the viewers or listeners are listening, my dad recently got a promotion. He's now in charge of a lot of the state and neighboring Missouri. So he's a big boy boss now.
He's controlling the Senate. He's growing too powerful.
Listen,
Too powerful.
he recently was in St. Louis with his boss, and it was a restaurant so fancy that you weren't allowed not to wear a suit and tie. Like one of those restaurants.
Mm.
Yeah, the one with only Monopoly men.
Yes. And business, and that's all I'll talk on it. I went to Little Italy for the first time. It was really good. I would go back there again. My dad goes, they oversalted his steak, by the way, and he sent it back. I'm like, Dad, why didn't you just eat it? Because, that's just common courtesy. He goes, it's a $40 steak, Mason. I'm not going to eat it unless it's good, okay? I think my dad's turned into a rich person.
Yeah, no, every time I go there, I get chicken parm and...
I also got chicken parm.
I get shrimp diavolo.
I don't go there.
It's really good. Like, it's expensive.
You can get better by making your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't want to.
I also told my dad that the sleepover we made crepes, or you made crepes, and he goes, "Wow, that's a fancy sleepover." I'm like, crepes aren't that hard to make.
Yeah, they're really not.
They're not that hard to make.
Wow, thin pancakes must be fancy.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that the more expensive it is and the less thereof means it's fancy. Okay, that's just how it is. But today is not about food. It has nothing to do with food. We did food last week.
And we will not be bringing up food, specifically Raisin Cane's, in any way.
No.
Wait, what? What'd you say? Raisin Cane's?
You said Raising Cane's?
Raisin Cane's? That video's a
A
restaurant.
place that's horrible and doesn't deserve to exist.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that
Hey,
place.
Jonathan, I don't know why I keep on looking at your profile and I keep on saying a duck, but it's really a squiddo sea.
Yeah, I see a duck
Yes,
too.
That is exactly the term I used for it. That is exactly the term I used for it.
It's literally a duck. It looks like a duck from afar.
It's like a duck.
Okay,
I was
tap on
looking
his
at
profile.
this and I was like, wow, when did Jonathan change his profile to a duck?
Yeah, I thought
It's
the
a
same
squiddo
thing.
sea.
What are you seeing as a duck?
Look,
So you know,
Dude, don't look at it up close. Look at it from like 3 feet away.
all right, here's how I'll explain it. So from afar,
I see like a biblically accurate angel-style duck with like 3 beaks.
No, you don't look at the other beaks. All right, picture
the outline of the dot.
No, this is what you do. You picture the from far away, the hole in the squid, right? You picture that as the eye. And then you take the tentacles on the right and you make that the beak, and then there's like a mohawk hair going on. That's what I see. And then the neck's the white part.
I prefer either squidosy or biblically accurate angel duck.
Yeah, that's what I see. I don't know about you guys.
Sorry.
But today's topic is about games. Now, games in general. It can be any game. Role-playing. Hold on. Let me specify the rules.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
It could be any game. Role-playing. Video game. Board game.
BDSM.
It can be any game. It could be even a game that you played at. It could be a game that you played at recess. Any game, as long as there's an objective.
Mason, Mason, Jonathan says BDSM. Mason, it could be a game you played at recess.
No, listen. I'm just saying.
Don't mix the two.
I'm just saying that everything.
Mason, it could be a game you played at recess.
You got a little freaky on the side.
It can be any game. It can even be spin the bottle, alright? It could be any game that you've played or have seen people play. Any game that you can express your opinion on. Now, here are some guidelines. If you start ranting about a topic too much, I will shut you guys down because I know Drew's going to go on about cars for the next 20 minutes.
Yes.
Cars.
Hang on. Can I start this off?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I have a fun, funky, fresh would you rather question to ask y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon?
Oh God, you've done this one on the podcast before.
Or unlimited games, but no games.
Yo.
Fucking bacon, dude.
And no games.
But there's unlimited games.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know, but you can't actually play the games.
Don't mind the clicking. I'm trying to.
Listen, are you watching porn again?
No. What is your guys' obsession with that? Stop.
No, that's your obsession.
I hope my grandma doesn't see this.
Underpants not allowed.
Oh yeah.
Underpants
not on. Underpants not on. Well,
maybe. You never know.
anyway, Jonathan, do you have a game that you would like to share that you have played or seen people play?
I mean, I'm currently playing a game.
Is he playing War Thunder?
Yes.
Probably.
I was playing it, and it was fun.
Yeah, War Thunder is a pretty good game, but the company itself is actual garbage.
Jonathan, what is War Thunder? For people who don't know.
You basically play as a military vehicle, like, for instance, a tank. This is not World of Tanks. It is better than World of Tanks.
Because it has planes.
It also has planes and ships, but we don't talk about ships.
Yeah, no, the ships aren't good.
How would you know, Drew? You don't even play.
Because I look for the game.
Yeah, it's a team-based game. You get on teams of like 10, 20 people. I usually play it with my boy, Mason.
Yes, I'm very good at the game.
I played a lot more than he does.
I mean, I got War Thunder literally like a year and a half ago, and he's been playing for like 2-3 years, so.
Yeah.
He's been playing for a long time.
And the goal is, cap points, kill the enemies, usual stuff. But the thing is, because it's a military game, it includes some obscure vehicles, and they can look really funny. For instance, Sweden.
Not even a vehicle.
So War Thunder has a bunch of nations you can play as, and there's like trees, tech trees, so you unlock vehicles after researching them enough and buying them with in-game currency.
Oh my god, did you hear the screaming?
Yeah, that was my brother and my dog battling it upstairs.
Holy shit.
Ah! You know. That was my brother getting absolutely destroyed, I think, by Arlo, my dog.
Over there just...
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Anyway, there are multiple trees you can go down. There's American, Soviet, German, UK, France, Sweden, Israel now, China, Japan. Those are the nations, I think. They probably are going to add
you
more.
You mentioned Italy.
No, Italy's doesn't count.
We don't talk about Italy.
Spaghetti nation, and the baguette people.
They have spaghetti magic, and that is how they work.
If there's any Italians, I am so sorry. You're probably going to get pissed off at oh my god, I can't speak. You're probably going to get pissed off at us talking about noodles and you guys' country.
Oh yeah, disclaimer, we are very sorry if we insulted any race or any group of people. Alright, now we can insult every race and group of people.
You realize that sounds incredibly racist out of context, though.
I know. We're
saying that, then we're probably going to
listen. You did a disclaimer before they go, oh no, you said I like spaghetti noodles when I said I didn't like spaghetti noodles. You know. So they're just jokes. They're just jokes. So calm down, okay? That's all I'm saying. They're just jokes. Don't take anything we say don't take anything we say seriously.
Well, most of the time.
Most of the time. Anyway, Gaijin, which is
the NSF has access to all of your phones without a warrant and is constantly recording you. Don't take anything we say seriously. I did not say that. Please don't hurt me, FBI.
Anyway, War Thunder is a game owned by Gaijin. They have been in the news lately because they are a Russian-based company, and they banned voice chat, TeamSpeak, because people were saying Slava Ukrainia. So, you know, Gaijin's
a lot of Ukraine support things.
Yeah, everyone in the gaming community is probably supporting Ukraine right now, other than the Russian companies, which is cool.
Doesn't like.
Gaijin has made it extremely hard for people to communicate. In fact, I wanted to send a message to Jonathan via War Thunder. They have, even in the lobby, you can't send messages back and forth, which I think is stupid. Mm-hmm. That's really dumb. To me, being butthurt over Ukraine, right? Right, that's one thing. Banning TeamSpeak in the matches, that's another thing, right? And then lastly, you're banning stuff for people to send to, like, their friends. Like, that's just Google banning the Google search. It's like, what? What?
Yeah.
I didn't really appreciate that. But, yeah, War Thunder. What do you guys rate it?
I'd rate it 7 out of 10.
I rate it 6 because I get too mad. I am a rage gamer, and that is not the game for me.
Actually, I'll give it a 5 for the planes, but if we're doing planes, a 5. If we're doing tanks, a 3. If we're doing boats, a -5.
Yes. In fact, I haven't even gone down the boat tree. Alright, Drew, what do you rate it?
Probably 4 out of 5 on, tanks. 7 out of 10 for boats. No, not fucking boats. Sorry,
for airplanes?
Yeah, the planes is probably the best part of the game, I'd say.
I mean, planes is literally like...
It's the most optimized part, because that's been in the game the longest.
The
tanks are my favorite.
The planes, by the way, is probably the easiest mode to grasp, because no matter how... Like, a tier 1 plane could take out a tier... 11.0 plane. It's possible. It is theoretically possible, because planes don't come with armor. With tanks, it's not possible, because eventually you get to the point to where stuff can't pen anything.
You run out of ammo.
You run out of ammunition trying to do stuff. So, in my opinion, if you're going to play the game and you're a newbie, start with planes, get the game, get kind of combat understanding, and also don't get too upset like I did. And also, don't go down Germany's tier and get mad when you get the Tiger tank, and then get mad and go, wham, I was angling, and then I can't kill this Jumbo, and the Tiger needs to go down a rank. Like, don't get mad, okay?
Mason may or may not be speaking from experience.
I do. No, I didn't ever. I got mad. No.
You complained about
wait.
I complained about the fact that the Jumbo was, like, immune from, like, I hated the fact that you shoot the machine gun port, and then it just damages the machine gun the whole time, and then it's like, what? I aim for the one spot that I can pen it on the front, and it doesn't work. So that's why I get mad.
Volumetric armor is wacky and should be treated as such.
So, there are certain tanks, KV-1, that deserve to die because they are just impenetrable. But
this is impenetrable.
I hate you guys. We couldn't go one. We literally are 15 minutes in, and it took us this long to make a your mom joke.
I just said it within the first 5 minutes. But I was 15 minutes.
I should have said it earlier, man.
Okay, John, I'll let you go next with a game of your own.
I wonder what I'm gonna pick.
John, I don't know what you're gonna pick.
Yeah, no, D&D.
Anyway.
I'm actually... so, for those of you who don't know, D&D is a collaborative role-playing game in which you are a group of... you play either a character with a bunch of other people as a group of adventurers, or you're the dungeon master who controls the world. I'm normally the dungeon master. And
Dork! Gotta get that out of the way. Gotta get that out of the way for my dad. Dork! There you go.
That's rude.
No. My dad requested it. Anytime I talk about D&D on... Listen, anytime my dad listens to these podcasts, if I didn't make a dork joke, he was literally going to murder me. So, I had to make the joke. I'm sorry.
Did your dad murder you?
Listen, he called me a joke after the one... He called me a dork after the one time we played it at John's house, where I told him that we were playing it at John's house. And he won't let it go. So, therefore, if you're going to talk about it, John, I got to make one dork joke. All right, now we're done. Continue.
Mason has played it several times, and
I didn't enjoy it.
Those times he's enjoyed it. So
she said.
I watched. I didn't like it at the time because he threw me right into the deep end, and I didn't know anything.
Because I thought you were a cultured human being and had seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Lord of the Rings until I don't know, a few months ago. So. I mean, you guys can bash me all I want, but...
You're the one who said boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Okay.
Put them in a stew. Put them in a stew, not stick them in a stew.
Stick them in a stew sounds better, okay? Just my opinion.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Stick them in a stew. I said that.
No, you said put them in a stew.
I gotta murder my past self then. Jesus, I'm an idiot.
Now you can sure hell murder your future.
Heck yeah, gamers.
So, D&D is a very, open game, and by that I mean you make the story. The Dungeon Master makes the story, and so it can be really anything you want it to be.
Yeah. Wasn't it made in, the 70s?
Yes. Yeah, very Gygax, and... The first edition was good. Second edition was very crunchy and it had a lot of math that made no sense. Third edition was good. Fourth edition was okay. I know that's a controversial take. People don't like fourth edition. I personally like it. But, and then fifth edition, really good.
Okay. What do you guys rate the D&Ds?
Assuming you have a good DM, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. It's all based on your imagination. Except for the DM.
I will rate it... I was gonna go, John. I'm sorry. I will rate it a 6 out of 10, mostly because I haven't played in about, 5-6 months, so I will rate it. It is a 6 out of 10 for 6 months. Okay?
Nice. As someone who has been playing it recently, I can 100% say 9 out of 10 if you have a good Dungeon Master. If you have a bad one... It can be really bad, but that's not really on the game.
That's more on the...
They expect you to have a bad Dungeon Master. They expect you to have a good one, or at least a decent.
Yeah, if you have one that's, stupidly adherent to the rules that they set up or something, or just forces you to go through with the campaign like to the letter, it can just be painful.
Yep.
John is a very good DM because he allows you to do your own thing.
It's
fun.
like putting
He
yourself
keeps
through
you
a
on
funnel.
track, but
Yeah.
He rolls with a light touch and not like with a freaking iron fist.
Iron fist.
Yeah, I've had players do outlandish things, but I'm okay with it normally because
Moonshine ICBM.
Listen. I asked him on the bus the other day, I was like, alright, listen, if I'm a bard, right, and I've defeated the enemy, and I just tell him, suck my cock to get out of it.
That's what I would say no.
Listen, you agreed? No, listen, no, everyone listening.
No.
Everyone listening.
I literally said no before you even finished your sentence.
He told me, I'll allow my players to do outlandish thing. That was the most outlandish thing I could think of.
Well, Mason, by that I mean, I literally had a player be like, okay, we're in this area, I have a bunch of moonshine, can I create a giant moonshine-powered hamster wheel? But they rolled high enough, and...
So question, if I rolled a nat 20 and that means it was a good suck?
What the?
That Mason,
Mason's on something. Are you into this, Mason?
No, I want to see how far I can push John before he tells me no.
Nathan, there is a social... You kind of signed a social contract when you joined D&D that says you won't make anyone, including the DM, at the table uncomfortable.
That made you uncomfortable, John?
By describing that. So, Mason, I would stop you right there and have a one-on-one talk with you. That is what I would do.
No, you're like a teacher, John. No. John, no. He's becoming the history teacher you always wanted to be.
He wants to be a drama teacher.
Yeah, I know. I was just making the joke because I'm making that joke because literally every history teacher I've ever had has had a one-on talk with me about me making a joke. Okay? So, I'm just saying that from personal experience. So that's all I'm saying.
That would have personally made me uncomfortable, and I would have had to talk with you about maybe showing a little restraint.
No.
Also, I have a system for making sure that my players feel safe at the table. It's called the stoplight system. Green means we're clear. Yellow means let's slow down. I don't like the direction it's going, and red means stop it right now.
Dude, you're being cringe on Maine.
and also there's a blue, which means I need to go to the bathroom.
All right.
Not a joke. Useful information to know.
All right. I'm gonna stop John's D&D thing. We can come back to a lot of these games later, but I'm gonna allow Drew to say his game that he's going to be talking about.
Cars the movie, the video game.
In fact, I've actually played that.
Oh yes, I have too. I have a Cars 3 video game for the Xbox.
Yeah, I have the Cars 2, actually.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Hey, it's actually not that bad.
Yo, I can race in Lightning McQueen.
Like, I played some shitty car games out there, but it's actually pretty decent.
All right, Drew, what is your game that you'll be talking about? I had to think of the words there.
Surprisingly, not that.
All right, go.
Warzone.
Warzone.
It's one of the most basic games out there. There's a ton of hackers. People have been jumping in and out of it. Basically, it's a battle royale style game.
Question.
You go off using weapons from Call of Duty games.
Oh, so it's based off the Call of Duty games.
Yes, well, somewhat to an extent.
It's made by the same. It's made by the same company who made Modern Warfare, Cold War, stuff like that.
Modern Warfare, Cold War, Vanguard, whatever you think of that says Call of Duty on it.
It's
Recently,
free, isn't it?
Doing some decent updates, but I am not a big fan of them because they got rid of my favorite map, assholes. But yeah, I usually play it with my dad, and yeah, pretty fun.
I don't get to play video games with my dad because he apparently just gave them up. which I guess is.
Your dad was a sore loser. I'm sorry.
I mean, my dad is also a really big sore loser. My dad he played one game of Call of Duty with me and smoked him so hard that he refuses to play. That was, I think, 11 months ago. So it's been a while.
Yeah, I did the same thing with. I did the same thing with Mortal Kombat with my dad. It was kind of it's because I 1v1'd all my cousins, my dad, my sister, my brother, won every one of them.
Yeah.
Drew's a pro gamer, confirmed.
Drew, all right, let's rate Warzone. Unless Drew had anything else he wanted to add about Warzone.
I cannot play Warzone. I've never played it.
Yeah, probably for the best. I'm sorry.
All right, Drew.
No, I actually can.
If you've heard of it, you can vote on it. Okay, if you've heard of it, you can give your general opinion. Okay, Jonathan, you vote first.
All right. I'd give it a 4 out of 10.
I'll give it because I like Call of Duty games, even if the ones are pretty bad. I like FPS games in general, so I'll rate it a little higher. I'll go 7 out of 10. Pretty fun game. A lot of hackers, though.
I've never heard of it, so I do not feel good rating it, so I will not give it a rating.
So, non-eligible. Drew?
Fucking 3 out of 10. It sucks.
You got to choose any game, and you chose a game that you rated low. Okay. All right.
Yes, it's because the damn people, I've been playing with some of these people. They are way too good. They're basically basement childs that have the ability to upgrade their PC so goddamn much that I could be across the entire goddamn map and get shot from the other side.
Okay.
Just get good.
It's enraging.
I never did play PC games until I got older because I never did have a computer until 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. So I can't really say a lot of these PC games, but I will be doing a collection of games. Right? It's the IO game genre. Okay, so I will cover the games that I have played. And I will go quick and fast. Slither Io. It's a game about you're a snake and you just try to be the biggest snake. You collect pellets. If you touch another player, you die. But it's very simple. Very simple game. However, it is not aged well. I guarantee there's probably more bots in that game than any other.
Yeah.
I mean, it is not it. You will never see a Slither Io video on YouTube anymore unless you are going to search for it. So, it is not aged well. But at the time, it was a really fun game. So, I rate it for a 2 out of 10 for nostalgia points. But it is not aged well, and I guarantee no one here is going to be playing it. Agario.
I'm bored.
No, not even if you're bored. Because, I guarantee there's better IO games out there that you would rather play.
There's a Survive.io. There's the one...
No. Drew.
A lot of weird ones.
To get going on a Agario. Agario, I like more, mostly because there's actually somewhat of a defense game. You have to absorb people, so you actually have to try, right? That game, I've seen one recommend video on, and for that, it gets a higher rating. Again, it's similar concept to Slither. You try to be the biggest person, except if you touch people, you have to kind of absorb them. You're a circle on a map. That's the joke, or the gist there. I rated a 3 out of 10 for nostalgia points, mostly because, again, no one really is playing that game anymore. But you'll still see some people play it. It's got a nice, loyal fan base. Even if its peak has already been on it's already been on the decline.
Yeah.
A lot of these games are I don't know how you describe them, fortress games where you try to build a base and you I don't know how to describe it. If you guys ever played Splix.io and its clones.
Oh, that one. Okay.
That game I have not seen. Even if you go searching for it, no one plays that game anymore. But at the time, again, it was very popular. It had its fair share of clones. I will not get into all of them because I don't even know all of them.
There are too many.
There are way too many. You guys all know what I'm talking about. It's basically where you are on this board again, and you are I don't know how to describe it. You're like a snake, and you go back to the base. It's kind of like if you play Paper Rio. It's basically that. Paper Rio as well. That you'll still see people play that. So it gets a 5 out of 10 because it's clones. It's a very large genre. And so, it's new. You'll still see people play it. You get ads about it on your phone. I know I have. On Instagram or social media and stuff like that. So it gets a 5 out of 10, mostly because of that. Last game I'm going to touch up on is a game called Narwhal Io. And it was the shit my 6th grade year. Literally, everyone was playing it. It was the most fun game we ever played. And it's clones. Again, a lot of these clones, they're simple concept. You're a character, you fight others until you're at the top. It's basically Battle Royale before Battle Royale was a thing. Okay? So that's my genre. So IO games, how would you guys rate those?
Give them a 4 out of 10. They're always overdone.
Always overdone. Too many advertisements nowadays. And yeah.
It's like I give them about like a 5.
Same.
That's too high.
Same. No, because pure nostalgia. Like,
if you can get them on your iPad for school, a 5. Because then you have something to do when you're
bored.
You have an hour left in a certain class because it was notes. And everyone takes forever, and you can't get on your phone because the teacher banned phones, and you can't talk.
I know exactly what teacher you're talking about. Now that's terrible.
And the teacher is hold on.
Don't say it. We are recording. You cannot. Nope. John,
what class is this? Is this English?
This is English.
And the teacher just happens to be in room A102 of MHA.
No.
That's a bit spicy on the information.
Stop, John. I swear to God.
He has to cut this out.
No, I don't. I'm not cutting it out.
You do?
Nope.
No, I actually quite liked the teacher. It was just that one time I was kind of annoyed because the notes were super easy.
I mean, you know what was hilarious, John, is that day, I had my phone out the whole time. Nah.
He told us specifically we were not allowed to have.
That's honestly hilarious. I have the hour before him, so anyway, so I feel like because there's such a wide version of these games, there's always something new to do, and that's why I'll rate it a 5. Because I mean, again, it's not like it's one game that's just gonna die. It's a broad topic. So I mean, I could go on and on about all the IO games I've played before. I mean, I'm into this new one called Terraria IO. It's basically just a click game, and I'm addicted to it. I'll play it.
And he is going to develop carpal tunnel within the next 30 minutes.
Yes. That game, by the way, you have to really be into, like, click games or something to play it. Like, if you don't have a very high attention span, you will not enjoy that game. But I've seen people play it. It was actually a really cool concept. I liked it. It was cool. But same concept deal. Battle Royale, you try to beat everyone else. There's a single player, which I like. So that keeps me busy. But I'll rate these a 5. John, do you want to change what game you're talking about, or do you want to stick with D&D?
I'll change.
All right. What's the new game that you like? And also, if you hit click change, you can never go back.
Wait, what?
Yes. You can't go back. So you gotta stick to your guns. Now, like, once you change, and then I'll ask you, hey, do you want to talk about this topic some more? And then you go on. Okay?
So do I want to talk... I want to talk more about D&D, but I want to do it later.
Alright. We'll save you until later. Jonathan, you went first, so we'll let you go again.
There's another game I want to talk about before I want to talk more about D&D.
Well,
Your mom.
John, if I forget that if I forget the rule, then you can talk about D&D some more, but you can talk about your game.
That doesn't sound like a very good rule, though.
All right, just go, John.
Okay, so Fallout.
All right, explain Fallout.
Fallout is taking place in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. I'll be specifically talking about Fallout 4 because that's the one I know the best. I've played it several times. you are playing the Lone Survivor. In Fallout 4, you play the Lone Survivor of Vault 111, and you're trying to find your son, Sean, who has been taken by people you don't know what.
John, don't spoil the game too much, okay? Just
I know.
the gist.
I'll do the things that are in the first 5 minutes, and then I'll describe like how the different factions work. So
Specifically, what game is this, John?
Fallout 4.
Okay, Fallout 4 for everyone listening.
Yeah. Your wife gets shot within the first 5
No!
minutes, and that Mason, that's literally
the intro, man.
Not a spoiler.
All right, go.
Literally not a spoiler.
Go. John,
Mason,
there it
that's
goes.
like saying that there's a loading screen is a spoiler.
John, go. Just go. I'm sorry.
Okay, and your son gets kidnapped, and the whole point of the game is to go find him. And there are these different factions. The Institute, which is very secretive, and I won't reveal anything more about them. The Underground Railroad, who's kind of a weird. They help synthetic humans kind of hide from the Institute. The Brotherhood of Steel, who's this army group who's trying to get rid of all the irradiated people, and the Minutemen, who are just trying to help whoever they can. And so in the game, you go around shooting people who shoot at you, so like raiders, gunners, ghouls, super mutants, and it's an interesting game.
Okay.
And if you've never played it, I would recommend it.
All right, John, what do you rate Fallout 4?
Fallout 4 specifically, probably like a 5.
All that build up just for you to just be like, no. I give it.
Okay, like compared to the other Fallout games, it's not that good.
All right, Fallout as a whole. Even the newest game, Fallout 76. Okay, you gotta include that one too.
I'm talking about Fallout 76.
He's got to because that's a series, and it's in the series regardless of whether we like it or not. John.
Then I'd rate it like a 6, only because of Fallout 76.
All right. What happens if we take away Fallout 76?
Fallout New Vegas pushes it to a 7, I'd say.
Yeah,
Vegas is.
Fallout New Vegas pushes it to a 7.
All right, Jonathan, your turn. What do you rate it?
All right, there's a video about this game that I'd like to play.
Well,
Pocket Ball Torture from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, and
Imagine if it's copyright.
CBT is a sexual activity.
If this gets copyrighted, I'm gonna be surprised.
listen, I don't make money off these videos,
So it's
so.
like, right? You said if I changed, I couldn't change it back, or
No,
This is
just forget
the
the
second
rule.
one.
Forget the rule. Whatever. Just go. Have you heard of a game called Minecraft?
I won't go with Minecraft. I'm honestly gonna go with Terraria.
Okay.
To dumb it down far too much, it's Terraria. Terraria is Minecraft, but in 2D and better in every way except being, 2D.
And also, the worlds aren't infinite.
Yeah, it's 2D. And like Mason said, worlds aren't infinite. It's got like nice 16-bit graphics and does a lot with those graphics. It is updating right now, and the developers are kind of being wacky because for about 4 updates they've said this is the last update.
Yeah, we all got really sad when they said that 5 updates ago.
Yeah.
Jonathan, anything else you want to add, or you want to get to the voting?
I do highly recommend it. There's also a massive modding community for it, with like Calamity Mod and Thorium Mod being some more outstanding examples of bigger Terraria mods, because those have a large following. I personally follow Calamity mod myself.
All right, I
They
apologize.
just expand upon the base game.
I apologize
As
if
ones
you
do.
hear barking in the background. That's my doggo. So, yeah, I don't think
I
you.
heard screaming in the background. I'm more concerned about that than the damn.
No, don't be concerned about the screaming.
Mason, do you have bodies in your basement again?
I live in the basement, bro. I'm dead all the time.
Oh,
What about the other people in there? Are they dead?
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
All right, John. What do you rate Terraria? I assume that you're done.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I'll go next. The one thing I have a problem with is that Terraria, to me, doesn't have as much, I guess there is a lot of, creativity in the game, but I feel like Minecraft has that slight edge of being like, hey, it's more of a broader game. Like, in Terraria, literally, there's multiple bosses, right? You defeat the bosses and beat the game. Whereas in Minecraft, there's no real end, I would say. And with Terraria, it's the same, too. But eventually, you'll run out of ideas. So, just because...
Yeah.
Just because it just doesn't compete with Minecraft in terms of, creativity-wise, it's not... I mean, both games are not even, close to each other in terms of what are pros and cons, right? They're not, the same game. But in terms of what game I would rather play more, in a party game, I would rather play Minecraft because Minecraft offers a little bit more in terms of, multiplayer gameplay. As Terraria is just, you advance a character and everyone else is doing that. It's basically just that.
Yeah, Terraria is much more... You have a set goal, and you are there to achieve that goal.
And
it's not like Minecraft. It's like, just survive, do whatever.
Do whatever.
Beat some of that.
And just because, and also Minecraft, we're not going to go into detail about Minecraft unless someone else brings it up later on the podcast, but I'm just going to rate Minecraft 10 out of 10. One of my favorite games. I played it since I was 6 years old, so it's one of my favorite games.
Minecraft is a fantastic game.
Right.
12 out of 10, I played it since I was 5.
3?
10 out of 10. Terraria, I rate at an 8 out of 10, mostly because they're not done updating the game. It might go up. It might go down, depending on my rating. I feel like 8 out of 10 is being nice.
It's been a while since I played it. So when I last played it, it was about an 8 out of 10.
Drew?
I haven't actually played Terraria, but I have played Minecraft. So.
Have you seen people play it? Does it seem interesting to you? No?
I've seen Jonathan for a couple minutes, but then I left because I got bored.
Okay. Drew, we will just not let him vote on that one. Minecraft, by the way? Voting on it?
Hell yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
So, fantastic game. I have a game. It's not a video game. This isn't just a video game thing. It is a game called Truth or Dare. Or party games in general. We'll just call it party games in general, okay? Because Truth or Dare is a little bit too narrow for me. I'll name 3 party games that I've played before or have seen people play. And it's a very popular game and most listeners would know what I'm talking about. First game, Truth or Dare. It's a game where you have 2 options, truth and or dare. A dare, the person who calls on...
When are you able to do both?
Yeah, man.
Truth or dare, you get to pick one of them. If you pick the truth, they ask you a question, and you must answer, obviously, truthfully, and that question.
Dare you to tell the truth, man.
Truth or dare, Drew says truth, and I ask him, have you eaten pizza before here? And he'd say, yes. It's stuff like that.
No, Drew doesn't eat.
I only consume air.
He's a breatharian.
And dare is a little complicated. It can literally be I dare you to go make out with a lamppost or something. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought of.
What the fuck you think about making out with a lamppost?
I don't know.
Mason's just I dare you to peg me.
No!
It's not again.
No!
I dare you to rate my browser history, which I haven't cleared in 2 weeks.
You're gonna rate my browser
Here's the
history.
browser history.
But Dare gets a little complicated. You have to. Someone may say, "Hey, go do this," and you have to go do it. Type deal. That's Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
What would you guys rate it?
Depends on who you're playing with.
Honestly, I would go with what John just said. It depends on who you're playing with. I feel like if there's nothing if there's nothing hindering you guys, there's no couples or anything that are oh, well, I won't kiss another dude, or I won't do this, or I won't do that. There shouldn't be any limitations. Obviously, public
Yeah, it's
nude.
with the homies. It ain't gay.
No, I mean there's some obvious legal issues, right? Don't do anything illegal. We're not telling you guys to go do stuff illegally. Play legally, right?
Licking doorknobs during COVID.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do anything really stupid. Don't do anything really
I
stupid.
love deep throating doorknobs.
But if it's kissing a dude and you are bro, I'm not gay, and then it's not very fun if no one does anything cool, right? Everyone does truth the whole time. It's not funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
First off, set some rules. You can only do truth 2 times in a row before you have to do dare.
I remember one time, I think it was me, or it might have been John. I don't know. Someone was dared to go run around the block or something. I don't know. That probably was John.
I remember. We dared Jonathan to run around my house 3 times.
Oh yeah, we did tell him to do that.
And then I did it.
They can be innocent ones. I mean, granted, I personally like to up it up a notch, but we have to wait a little bit longer before everyone's a little comfortable with it. But a man can dream.
I remember, Mason. I remember there was one time where either Jonathan or Jonathan's sister Eleanor dared me to walk outside while it was snowing in heels.
Oh yeah, you told me that story.
And I did it.
Did it? Did your ankles implode?
No, actually, surprisingly.
All right. And next game. I've never played this game personally. Spin the Bottle. Granted, I would love to play that game because I am a psychopath.
And you love kissing the homies.
Yes. I'm not gay, but the homies, though.
There's always one. Wait, how do you call it? This is just a game of Among Us. Only one of us is.
Me.
Listen.
Among Us.
Guys, you want to play Spin the Bottle, but it's only 2 people? Yo.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I get to kiss air. Let's go.
Let's go!
It's oh my gosh, it pointed to the concrete bet.
Yo, it pointed at the ants on the ground.
This is too quick and die.
Basically, the rules of the game are simple. You spin the bottle, right? The person's spinning, and then whoever it lands on, that person has to kiss them, right? It's.
Ooh.
I personally would love to. I'd love to play that game because honestly, it just proves our friendship. I mean, if you can't kiss the homies, you're not true friends, right?
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm not gonna tell on the recording how many of the homies I've kissed, but let's just say it's above 1.
Yeah, Mason,
It's above 100.
Which means I'm the only gay one. And
John, just fake. John, there's just a big brick wall and just says, he's actually gay. Don't kiss him.
It says warning.
I'm sorry,
warning.
John, you have to carry around a sign.
Warning, gay. Extremely dangerous.
Extremely gay.
Proceed with caution.
Warning, gay male, proceed with caution.
In the last game, again, I've never played this game personally. It's 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Nobody else. Our league was. I'm not sure how else.
Now listen, 7 Minutes in Heaven is very simple. There are 2 people, right? You go into a closet, and then for 7 minutes, you do whatever, right? It doesn't.
If I bring a Mario Kart game, I am fucking playing that. I am not doing that.
Now listen.
You're just gonna be like, oh, what's he doing in there? He's been there for like 6 minutes already. And All we've heard is the star music from Mario.
all you hear is just. All you hear is this. All you hear is this. Do, 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 do.
He's just brought an entire N64 with him.
Yeah.
No, but the game can end innocently, or it can't, because people are weird. But personally, this is a game I think everyone can agree on. We probably won't play. I mean, that's crossing a line. So, I mean, anyone up for a little bit of a making out session, bro?
No.
I call Jonathan. Not gonna lie.
We've already done it. We don't need to do it again.
Nathan, you know it's bad when the gay one isn't interested.
Damn, that's harsh.
Wow. Wow.
Just saying.
I'm just saying we probably won't ever play that game, so, you know. But out of the 3 games, which game would you guys play?
Oh, hell, what'd you rather?
No, Would You Rather's not on there. Truth or Dare.
Oh, shit.
Truth or Dare, spin the bottle, or 7 minutes in.
Yeah, Truth or Dare, because that's the only thing I can actually play. Because I've also done a lot of stupid shit with that one, like licking concrete.
Hey, looking concrete is healthy.
No, it ain't.
How do you know? Have you died yet?
Because I have.
Okay, have you died yet? Yes, I have.
I'm talking about physically, not on the inside.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Okay. John, what would you rate these 3 games, like, collectively?
Collectively, 7.
Okay, Jonathan? Okay, Drew.
Nathan, I think Drew and Jonathan are playing the 3rd game.
Yeah, they're definitely playing the 3rd game right now. Jonathan's over it.
My headphones disconnected.
Drew.
Headphones disconnected. I was not jerking off.
Yeah,
Things beside Drew. I was not jerking off.
Drew's just masturbating right now currently.
What the fuck?
Kissed her 11 times.
It ain't that late at night, goddamn.
Oh, shucks. That means it's not late enough for racism either.
Dude, come on, son. It's literally not that late.
It's only 9:18 when we're recording this. We've been recording for 52 minutes.
Huh.
We're
So,
recording for 52 minutes? What the frick?
yeah. I got a lot of content now, especially with that last line from Jonathan.
Hey, any exposure is good exposure here.
So, I think that's a pretty good segue into my next segment. I think. What?
We could play Would You Rather in the meantime.
Oh, yeah. All right, John. Would you rather? Would you rather be a girl or a guy? If you had to choose one.
I'm going with guy because I don't want to deal with back pain.
I already have back pain, bitch.
Yeah,
man.
I am perfectly average height, so frick you.
He really is. In real life, he's like, what are you, 5'10", 5'9"?
People here might disagree with you.
Pardon?
The other people here might disagree with you. To us, we're average height.
I am talking about the U.S. average height.
The U.S. adult average height is 5'9", and Jonathan in real life is 5'9", so...
Yeah.
Imagine being 5'9".
Yeah, imagine not being like a 6 foot or above.
Drew, I think, is 5'11".
Imagine
Drew,
having knee pain.
Drew, you're 5'11". Fuck off. You don't count in the 6 foot game. In fact, I'm the only. I am the only one here above at 6 foot or above 6 foot. John is 5'10".
John is above 5'10".
I am 6'4".
I'm between 5'10" and 5'11".
Yeah, fuck it, I'm grabbing my measuring tape. I'll be right back.
John, you seem like, I'm gonna be honest, you seem way above. No, not way above, but above 5'10".
Actually, something I actually learned very recently with actually calculating height. So I learned that my eyes are about 5'10". Anything below that is below 5'10". Anything above it is above 5'10".
No, Drew, you'll be 5'11" forever.
I know.
Oh, one of our friends who has been on the podcast before, Isaac. He is
That dude's a fucking large ass man.
He's 6'1", 6'2". Sorry, Isaac, if you listen to this and I got your height wrong. I mean, you should have been here, nerd.
Guys, we're wrong. Isaac is. A report came out. He's 3'2". He just wears very large boots.
And some stilts.
I noticed that. It's odd.
Isaac's just 3 kids in a trench coat. That's why he wears sweatpants all the time. That's why he wears...
2 kids in a trench coat.
You've got to be kidding me. I actually am a 5'11" and a half.
People over 6 foot don't exist. They're just closer and closer to 6 foot.
Listen,
Mason is 5'11.9999999.
I was 5'11" like 4 years ago.
You're either above 6 foot or you're below 6 foot. You're never exactly 6 foot.
I actually was 6 foot flat for like 2 days, so it counts.
That's 2 days. Come on, I've been in for about, I don't know, 3 months now.
You are not 6 foot, Drew.
I said 5'11".
No!
6 foot.
We were talking about 6 foot.
I'm not 6 foot yet. I'll get there eventually.
No, you won't. You want to know why I know?
How do you know?
Because you're a Holbert, Drew. I know. Holbert's...
What?
I don't know where I'm going with this bit.
Dude, my grandpa was 6'6". That dude was a beast of a man.
Guy was just a fridge.
And on the other side, you got a regular 5'11" man.
Yeah, you're gonna be 5'11" because that's how genes work.
What? No, my grandpa's genes and man.
That's how genes work, bro.
Height is actually based off of how you live. You know, if you slouch, if you don't slouch, there's a high chance.
Bro, I slouched since...
Partially based off genetics, partially based off how you live.
Hey, bro, listen, I've been slouching my whole life. I can't stop growing, though.
Nice and
So I gotta start
it'll make you
slouching more.
grow faster.
Listen, my family is not particularly tall. I mean, the tallest, I think, is my cousin at, like, 6'1", 6'2". And he's currently like 21, so, and I was taller than him at 14, so that's hilarious. I've been above 6 foot for 3 years, so I have grown a lot, and you know, everyone's like, wow, Mason, you're so tall, but that has some perks, and I say no. Who's posted something in memes? Dear penis havers.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
Ow!
I'm making that.
Don't worry, my dick is far too girthy for said slicer.
Mason,
I realize how much you're stuttering, right?
For said I mean, it's, you know, it's
Have you ever had a dream where you had a penis over 3 inches?
I'm not gonna say my actual penis length on fucking podcast because I'm not an
I wouldn't
idiot.
say it on the podcast, even though we all know it.
Here, I'll pop. Here.
I'm being locked up, but not on the podcast.
To me, chemistry, I turned around and Bo was pointing at somebody who was taking a picture of my ass.
Hey, yo. I mean, I can't judge him, but be a little more concealed.
I could not conceal it. I had a hole in my shirt and I had to tuck my shirt.
I mean, you do have a dumpy.
Dump E.
You do.
Did you slam on your desk when you talked?
I stabbed my desk with a dull knife.
I have a ton of scissors in my room. What if I have so many scissors in my room?
The force thing keeps growing back.
Ew. I thought we weren't going to talk about that. I'm recording now.
Shoot.
Ew. Just so you guys know, that was Jonathan talking, not me. You know. Also, the update, John had to leave, so that's why I stopped. The audio will be a little weird. But, how, we're gonna stow away from games and do story time. Yay! Because story time.
We've been recording for like an hour.
No, it'll be an hour now in 3 seconds. Now it's an hour.
Okay, cool. My prediction skills are on point.
Yeah. No. But I want to know that Sarah's coming back Sunday, so I get to finally talk to her. So Mason excited. John.
Nice. I've been sending her memes like this entire week.
Same. She hasn't been responding to mine.
I get sent memes though.
Yeah. But, you know, I think that's where we're going to end the podcast. We did a very good job this week, but I got to edit. And anything else you guys want to add before we go?
Wah!
Drew?
What was the thing they were saying at the start?
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Came full circle. Came.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
All right.
Baba Booey.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week on Uno Podcast.
Baba